Hello beautiful ladies, welcome back to my channel. This is the Black Exotical. So I wanted to start a new series, or the first series for my channel, on how to glow up and how to be prettier in 2024. Summer is around the corner. We're at the end of May finally. So that means that it is now bikini season, tank top season, crop top season, being outside 24/7 season. And I want to get you ready so that you can look your best and you can be super confident and just enjoy your summer and what will come with that. The first topic in this series that I'm going to be covering is how to look good with makeup. So for those days when it's super hot, say for example you're at the beach or it's just really humid and you just don't want to be bothered with a full face of makeup, having healthy, clear, glowing skin is important so that you can be able to step outside of the house confidently and not be self-conscious. And also, having healthy, clear skin really is the first step of having a flawless makeup look. So, going even deeper, the foundation of having clear skin is to make sure that you have healthy gut health. You want to make sure that you are eating foods that will contribute to a healthy microbiome, gut microbiome, so that there will not be an overgrowth of candida in your gut, which would then translate to chronic acne or even just acute breakouts here and there. So that means saying no to processed foods like chips, French fries, chicken nuggets, chocolate, gummy worms, hot Cheetos, soda pops, whatever it may be. If it is fake food and you know good and well that it's processed, okay, I don't need to give you a definition of processed food. You need to say no to that. Now, if you're someone who incorporates this in your diet quite regularly, it's best to try to cut these out of your diet slowly so that you do not end up rebounding and just binging. You just cut it out slowly. And then over time, you'll just start to notice that you no longer desire unhealthy foods. And of course, everything with moderation. You want to be able to enjoy your favorite foods every now and then. So with summer, there are a lot of social gatherings. Maybe just limit yourself to having junk food when you're out socially with friends. So if someone's having a barbecue or a birthday party, whatever, and there's a bowl of chips, feel free to help yourself to a small serving. You're also less likely to overeat in this situation because, like, who wants to be the person that ate off the whole bowl of chips? And then on the flip side, as I said, you want to eat foods that are going to nourish your body. And this topic, honestly, is a series all on its own on how to eat to support different functions in your body. But overall, try to have a lot of lean proteins. This will also help to contribute to maintaining a healthy weight and losing weight if that is what your goal is. So lean proteins like chicken breast or just chicken drumsticks if that's all you can afford. Turkey meat, um, sardines, salmon. Those are healthy lean meats that you can have on a regular basis. Even having meat organs, so like beef liver, that is very, very nutrient dense, especially if you are a menstruating woman. You need that extra support to get iron so that you are healthy. And it is also an excellent source of protein. Beef liver, I'm just letting you know from now, tastes horrible. So just be prepared to know that you are not eating this because you like it, but you are eating it because your body likes it and will thank you for it. You also want to incorporate dark leafy greens into your diet. When you pair this with a source of vitamin C, dark leafy greens can be a healthy source of iron as well. It's also a healthy source of vitamin A and fiber. So I like to have dark leafy greens in the morning with my breakfast. I will have some kale on toast with egg on top kind of adding in those micronutrients wherever I can. And then for bread, I like to have sourdough bread. That is really good for your gut because it has a healthy source of probiotics. Sourdough is considered a fermented food, and fermented foods are known to have a strong supply of probiotics, which promotes a healthy gut microbiome. You also want to make sure that you're drinking adequate amounts of water. I don't know. Some people say that they don't like the taste of water. I don't get it. I love water. I think it's so refreshing to just have a nice glass of water. But if you don't like water, you can always squeeze lemon or lime in there. You also want to stay away from vegetable oils. Vegetable oils tend to be high in, they tend to cause inflammation. So, like canola oil, corn oil, vegetable oil, even peanut oil. Restaurants tend to cook, especially fast food restaurants, they tend to cook with those type of oils because they are cheap. And so it'll be lower overhead costs to produce, um, to cook food. But the consequence is that you can have inflammation, especially if you're eating out at places constantly that cook with these oils. Over time, you'll start to notice that you may start to break out. And also similarly, if you know that you have a food sensitivity, stay away from those type of foods because they can cause acne. So for example, some people, especially um, if you are of African descent somewhere along in your bloodline, people of African descent tend to be lactose intolerant, and oftentimes that can show up as having chronic acne. So I would recommend, if you're not going to be eating like raw cheese and like good quality milk, I would recommend just laying off the dairy for a while or just limiting it and just allowing your gut and your system to just heal. And then you'll notice a difference along with the other things that I mentioned in your health. And similar to that, sugar as well. Excess sugar will cause anyone to break out. And if you're the type of person who's just consistently, chronically had a lot of sugar in your diet, even if you just have it in moderation after a while, your body will immediately react to it because it's become so sensitive over time. Okay, so now that we've got the gut health out of the way, you also want to incorporate a good skincare routine. Now, I look to the Koreans for skincare advice because they have mastered the skincare industry. Their products are created with skin science in mind, so they have ingredients that help to support your skin's barrier. And then by extension, when you have a healthy skin barrier, your skin will look supple, it'll look plump, and you'll be less prone to get breakouts because your skin barrier is intact. If you have acne prone skin, I would recommend getting Korean skincare products that promote moisture for the reasons that I just mentioned. But then you can also look to get products that have like salicylic acid or benzoyl acid in it to help dry out pimples. But you want to be careful not to use those too much because they can dry out your skin and cause more issues or just dullness overall. Acne is something that I struggled with, and when I started to clean up my diet and use Korean skincare products, my skin health improved drastically. Now my skin is supple. I can confidently go outside and not feel self-conscious because I don't even get blemishes. So the products that I use, and these are just recommendations, but of course do your own research to see what suits you best. But I use the Innisfree green tea facial wash. Then even before that, I just use an oil cleanser. Use an oil cleanser because it's important to double wash with the right products so that, number one, if you're wearing makeup, you can properly take the makeup off without stripping your skin. And number two, if there's excess oil, it helps to wash it away. Right, so after I finished washing my face, I go in with a moisturizing toner. I use the ANUA 70 Birch toner. I'll put all of the I'll link all of the items that I use in the description below, and then as well as included a photo so that you can see. But the purpose of this product is to replenish the moisture that may have been lost while I was washing my face. And then I go in with CosRx's infamous Snail Mucin Essence, and that is to further um, moisturize, like replenish the moisture that was lost, but also it's going to go in and nourish my skin and help to build and maintain my skin's moisture barrier. And then in the day, I go in with a brightening serum. So I either use Olay's vitamin C serum, or I use Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. The Glow Recipes product is not a K brand, it's just something that I got from Sephora as a gift. But I like it. Aside from the scent, I don't too care for the fact that it's scented. Quite frankly, it doesn't really make sense to use products that have scent because it can irritate your skin. But this one doesn't, and it works really well to brighten my skin. So I use that. And then I go in with a moisturizing sunscreen before I leave the house. If I'm at home, um, or it's like kind of cloudy and I'm indoors, then I'll just use like a regular moisturizing lotion. The one that I'm using is just Walmart's brand. It has like hyaluronic acid in it, which is another good ingredient for skin. But I just use that. But if it's sunny, or even if I'm indoors and like I'm gonna be outside, or it's like sunny and I'm by the window, then I make sure that I use a moisturizer with SPF in it. If it's uh, before bed, I make sure that I follow the same steps, but instead of using a brightening serum, I just use a retinol. Um, right now, I'm just using adapalene. You can also use tretinoin. That's a popular brand as well, a popular strain of retinol, if you will, as well. Or you can just, those ones, depending on where you are, you may have to get a prescription or you may have to order them online. Because retinol is just really potent. And sorry, before I continue, the purpose of retinol is to increase your skin's cell turnover, which means that your skin will heal and repair itself a lot faster, and it'll reveal healthy, juicy, new skin cells a lot faster than if you were to just leave it to its own course. And if you are older, it is very important, like in your mid 20s and up, it's important to use this consistently to help avoid wrinkles, as well as to help promote glowing skin and to prevent acne. Now, because retinol is so potent, it can be drying to the skin. So you want to make sure that you are following a skincare that promotes moisture so that your skin will not dry out and peel and cause irritation. And then after I apply the retinol, I just use again my moisturizing lotion that has hyaluronic acid in it to sort of like seal it off. So after that, twice a week or so, I use a sheet mask. Right now, I'm using Mediheal's Vita Brightening Sheet Mask to just help with promoting even skin tone. Brightening does not mean like bleaching and lightening, it just means that you're working with your natural skin tone um, to make sure that it's more even tone so that you look brighter and more glowy. And then, so I'll just like follow the same like washing routine, and then I'll put on a toner on my face, and then I'll apply the sheet mask for like 15 to 20 minutes. And then once I let the essence dry a bit more into my skin, then I just use my moisturizer to seal it off. And then once a week, I microneedle my face. I just buy like the little microneedles from Amazon. I use the 1 millimeter and I just lightly apply pressure. Then I put on my toner and then I put the sheet mask so that my skin can really absorb the essence and the ingredients. Okay, so outside of skincare, when just like for my overall like everyday look, I always make sure that my lashes are done. This makes a huge difference in prep time. It reduces the amount of time that it takes for me to apply lashes. I quite frankly just don't like the mascara look. It's not sufficient for me. But if you don't like lashes, you can definitely go for a good mascara. And especially like if you are having a night out, you're with friends and family, and then you wake up, it really helps to just give you a brighter look when you have lashes. And you don't have to get like crazy, like lamb chop looking lashes. You can get demi wispies, a classic set, something that looks professional, and more natural. And then on top of that, I also make sure that my brows are done. I go to this Indian lady to let her thread my lashes. In my opinion, South Asian women thread lashes the best. Threading came from their part of the world, so I go to the pros. And then once my eyebrows are threaded, I just make sure that I pencil them in, to make sure that, they're dark enough and they look presentable. And then whenever I'm going out, like if I'm running errands or going to the grocery store or whatever, going to the gym, I don't really like to put on makeup because, again, it can tend to feel heavy and I don't want my pores to be clogged while I'm working out. So I just put on a tinted moisturizer. Um, it provides a little bit of color. Some brands provide SPF, and it kind of just adds a little bit of coverage for when I'm going out, and I can look a little bit more presentable that way. And then I always like use like a tinted lip gloss, to help kind of polish off the look. So I hope that you found these tips helpful. Let me know what you do to look good without makeup. Are you a makeup girly? Are you pro makeup? You wear makeup everywhere? Let me know your tips and your feedback. I like to hear it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.